Welcome to another episode of Game Boy Roulette, where we take a look at randomly chosen games from the Game Boy library. Kid Icarus of Myths and Monsters, and Cabbages and Kings. You know, I'm sure there are some people out there who don't know where that weird angel kid from Smash Brothers came from, so let's do a little backstory. Kid Icarus debuted on the Famicom Disk System and the Nintendo Entertainment System in late 1986 in Japan and 1987 in the rest of the world. The protagonist, Pit, is an angel in a Greek-inspired land of myth, off to rescue the goddess Palutena from evil. It's a pretty beloved game while also being one of the more difficult games of the NES era, and most importantly, it was produced by the same man who created the Game Boy, Gunpei Yokoi, so it was only natural that a version of the game would come to everyone's favorite handheld. I gotta say though, it's interesting to be sitting down to play a full third of a franchise. That's right, despite being a popular and famous game, there have only been 3 Kid Icarus games ever made. The original in 1986, then this game in 1991, and then 2 decades later, Kid Icarus Uprising hit the Nintendo DS, directed by Masahiro Sakurai. And that's it. I don't know, given the profile that Pit and Palutena have at this point, thanks to Smash Brothers, plus Nintendo's penchant for making games based on their old franchises, you'd really expect there to be a bunch more Kid Icarus games. Like, no disrespect, but the fact that there are more chibi Robo games than there are Kid Icarus games just doesn't seem right to me. I mean, come on, look how wonderful this cover is. Kid Icarus was always colorful with a fun art style and some really unique enemy designs. And honestly, they only got weirder in the 3rd game. This is a franchise that deserves a lot more love, so we're taking off with Kid Icarus of Myths and Monsters. Goddess Palutena, the ruler of Angel Land, had a vivid dream of an evil force invading their beautiful world. Wow, we're just right into the story. Called Pit, send him into a program of intense training. I found the 3 sacred treasures. Be brave, Pit, your long mission is just beginning. Wow, we are right into it. Oh, and there it is. Kid Icarus of Myths and Monsters. I like how the S's are snakes. I appreciate that. Nice looking title screen. Ooh, good music too. Now my question is this a straight up remake of the NES version? Let's find out. It is not. Boing, boing, boing. Are you a treasure? No, you're snakes. You can break some walls with hammers to find secrets. Do I have a hammer? I don't have a hammer. Who is this normal-looking trucker who's giving this angel advice? So it is playing almost identically to the original NES version, except more screen scrolling, a little more horizontality? Is that a word? You can shoot up, you can collect hearts. Hearts, by the way, are not life in this game, they're currency. Wait a sec. Is the level looping? It is. I guess we're exploring then. Who's in here? It's an evil room. Yeah, it's very weird to be picking up hearts that don't restore health. Castlevania did that too, and it just never sat right with me. Now what do I actually do in here? A pose. I'm certain there are secrets in all of these rooms. A goblet. I think that's... Oh gosh, what is that? Invulnerability? Can I... Oh, I totally can. It is not invulnerability. Oh, it's health. Whoa. Oh, the enemies are starting to get weird. Oh. Do I have a hammer now? I do. Whoa. One interesting thing about Kid Icarus that I've always liked is the enemy design is so bizarre. This one. A hammer. Oh, this one. A heart. Oh, do I just get all of them? Oh, I see what it is. If you hit the bad one, all the rest of them go away. Here's the thing, I really didn't play much the original Kid Icarus. I played it a little years later when it got released on Virtual Console, but never that far. But so far, I'm enjoying this. Can I help you? We have everything. And by everything, she means bottle, hammer, and key. This is a secret. Oh, hey! It actually was a secret. Most of the levels in Kid Icarus involve you heading upwards. Oh. Or we can just finish. Oh, there's a save function. Tremendous. And I know there's some way to get more health, like more maximum health, but again, I don't know. out! We can't stop here. This is pit country. Oh, these look like they break as soon as I stand on them. No, they're ice physics? Oh. I'll accept. Oh, God. Wait a sec. Oh, no, the angel died and became an angel. I was hovering in midair there. Oh! If you tap A, you can hover a little bit. It's not much, but I believe as the game goes on, you get more powered. I mean, to be honest, not really much to complain about so far. Actually, I want to look something up really quick. I want to look up what some of the power-ups do. The feather lets you fly more. The harp turns all enemies into hammers. Credit card allows you to buy things on the black market. Oh, it's you. All right. Oh, they changed the music for it. Weird. That thing was like one of the biggest pains in the original Kid Icarus. The 2 levels of it I played. Oh, there's certain items that you can only get in certain types of stages. This is one of those Game Boy games that is shockingly in-depth. But you would kind of expect that, you know? There's going to be a lot of levels, there's going to be a lot to do. I don't know how long the game is. I'll go ahead and look that up and talk about it in the outro. Can I? Hang on. Yeah, I'm a genius. It looks like the more stuff you find, the stronger you become. I know, there's almost some RPG elements to it. I don't know, it's hard to describe. I know I'm not making that much sense, but it's hard to describe Kid Icarus because it's kind of got a unique style, unique look, and unique gameplay. I mean, really, how many vertical platformers do you see? It's like this and Ice Climbers. I would have loved to have played a lot more into this game, but I'm guessing there's a lot to it. It would take me a while to get anywhere. Even what little I've seen is good. So, yeah, Kid Icarus of Myths and Monsters, pretty good. Especially if you like platformers. Especially if you like vertical platformers. And angels that turn into angels. This third of a franchise is good. Only 3 games, I just can't get over that. I will start by reiterating that I have not played much of the original Kid Icarus, so I don't have much of a frame of reference. But that said, what I played of this game, I enjoyed a lot more than I enjoyed the NES version. I think one of the big changes is zooming in the camera a bit and not making it an instant kill to fall down, giving the game a better sense of exploration while also decreasing the absurdly high difficulty of the original game. It's a perfect example of how a few minor changes can drastically improve a game, because not much else about the Kid Icarus experience has been mixed up. This is very much an example of them taking the formula that already existed and only making a few minor changes for the new release. But that's not a bad thing, just the opposite, because Kid Icarus has a formula that didn't really need that many tweaks to begin with. Going around killing enemies, exploring as many rooms as you can for items, and trying to maximize your points so you can get stronger, it's always been an interesting take on a platformer with minor RPG elements. Not to mention the game looks great and sounds great, one of the better presentations in general on the Game Boy. And also, the game takes a couple hours to beat, not amazing, but for the Game Boy, actually pretty impressive. So whether you have or haven't played the original Kid Icarus, you should still give Of Myths and Monsters a try. It's a solid game from a solid franchise with a unique take on platforming gameplay all to itself. Yep, Kid Icarus is pretty great. Seriously, even Brain Age has more games than it? That's ridiculous. And that's all for another episode of Game Boy Roulette. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to follow the series as we continue to dig through the Game Boy vault. I'm BrianJ, and I'll see you next time.